we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, it just so happens that right at this very...
And what talents would that...
Why, your fearlessness.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept her, Randalar has been particularly badly affected. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves... But the army, too, is in disarray, and finds itself unable...
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more.
So where does my skill with...
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, so we've been searching for a place where they can be reset, and we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a
How could I
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your work.
I will. We have an entire village, even if I begin right now. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the...
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread.
All right.
I'm sure you won't need it. have been a nice place once.
It will be again. This one. Get him. Go to him. Get him. Go to him. Attack. Get him. Get him! Get him! Sick him! Get him! Over here! Attack! This one! Go to him! Over here! Sick him! Attack!
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat. Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. But enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let Ella...
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her. She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your...
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashel.
Thank you, Clark. Here. Well then, now that you have laid the ground, I suppose we'd better finish. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is...
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been tricky. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do, but we shall emerge victorious.
Well, if you need any help...
I'm not sure I do.
Ah,
You wanted to talk?
the man I was watching earlier, the one speak. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's...
I don't think I've heard of them.
well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't.
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor I won't let her give up on her dreams again. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Thea.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did, and I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravan.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you're stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed. They're wearing Waluta armor. This one.
Over here! All yours, Torgal!
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here. This one. This one. Get him. Let's try. Over here. Slow. Get him. Over here. All yours, Torgal. Get him. Don't get surrounded. That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy. survivors inside.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back. This get him! Go to him! This You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! One is seldom enough. Would you not agree?
Actually, I wouldn't.
Now, Torgo!
vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
As all the rest.
Joshua!
reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right.
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Let me tell you...
All right.
Them rumours, what might be they weren't just tales. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about it. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies. Stabbled them one day. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community, a like-minded individual.
Was that the first time you met?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started, and all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Told me about his plan to topple the Mother Christ. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of... Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find it. And that's when he had me. I emptied me, and the rest, as they say, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the... But I can say, you've all shown me there is...
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Clive. Coin purse weighing you down? Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Yep. So, what'll it be? Should last you a good while. You can thank me later. No scratches, right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. You can thank me later. Not my best work, but it'll do. And?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty.
song should we listen?
Paul said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to me?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps.
This one. This one. Over here!
That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
This one. This one. Get him.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to me?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cat?
bandits may be no more, but they've left us. We have a hard time.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are strapping from.
Ready, go? Faster! Straight home now. Over here! Get him! This one! This might take a while. Over here! Get him! Go to him! Over here! This one! Over here! Go to him!
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills...
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then...
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of ether?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except... See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All right.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah. There.
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said it was... this... Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some...
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye.
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his
No, we're not the Prince's keepers.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver.
Ask me when I get back, though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay...
And if that fails, try to stay alive.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
He's a surly sucker.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them, I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. That is correct. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only...
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
What did...
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which...
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but... I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, so... Obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have... And... Seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no...
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have him.
All right. I'll meet you by the fort.
She can't kick this. Glory to Griga. There you are.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. I've tried offering to see to him. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But
thank you.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. We all admire your dedication, but...
I will, when it... Until then, we owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve it. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing.
How would tears help?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can... You do well to remember that...
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. I can make the draft if...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forest. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid... I'll make sure the other ingredient...
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this... Oh. And you got...
That remains to be... August tells me he showed, and that the sight of it clearly upset.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said...
It was the ring. It brought back some unhappy memories.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was... We apprenticed together. Back in...
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost got the ring, brought it all back. I could tell he was one of the bastards improved, though. More than I thought possible.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a...
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea. The fact is, I couldn't make it.
So what?
I'm the Hideaway's master crop. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords, as far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in them, because the curse breakers deserve better, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of...
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energy keeping the curse breakers armed. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't...
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name...
In Dravost, my old village. He won't have left.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of... Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that.